Hello and welcome back to the channel, the Just Smell Better channel, the best fragrance channel in the world. Today we're going to talk about 5 colognes, 5 fragrances that are actually safe to blind buy, and 5 that are completely risky to blind buy. Because you guys know I'm the king of blind buying colognes. I'm the king of wasting my money on random fragrances that I've never smelled before. So if you guys don't know what blind buying is, it is basically when you don't smell the cologne beforehand and you just buy it, like mostly online. You can also buy it in the store, but obviously like they have the samples. It's usually online. You just buy it, you order it, and then you smell it when it arrives, when you already spent your money. So basically a risky thing to do. You're just risking your money. So let's start off with one of the safest colognes to blind buy, which is the first cologne that I ever blind bought. It was Bleu de Chanel. So it was Christmas and I was at that age where you don't know what to ask for anymore. You know, you don't want no more video games, you don't want no more action figures, you don't want no more Legos. I was like, bro, what should I ask for? And then I stumbled upon Jeremy Fragrance recommending Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, YSL, Versace Eros, and Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. And I made my decision. I did a little bit of research and I chose Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. I actually asked my mom for the Eau de Toilette, but you guys know, the moms are not gonna understand. I don't regret it at all. I don't regret asking for this one at all. It is a beautiful blue, aquatic, citrusy fragrance. It's a classy, dumb reach fragrance, and I feel like if you're a beginner, you're gonna love it so much. If you're already experienced with different notes and different scents, you might think it's boring, but for the average person, you're gonna love this one. Now, a cologne that is not safe to blind buy, we're going to the extreme. We're going to Spicebomb Extreme. I just talked about one of the most popular, best-selling blue fragrances, which is, it basically means it is mass appealing, it is versatile. This is the opposite of that. This is not versatile at all. This is the type of fragrance that you can pull off only in winter, only when it is like below 10 degrees maybe, right? Because it is so extreme. It is a bomb full of spices, and to the average nose, this is gonna be extremely overpowering, and to me too, honestly, like it's a little too strong for my liking, and I'm only gonna pull it out when it comes to winter. So let's say you're looking for one of your first fragrances, one of your first top 5. I would probably stay away from this one and actually go smell it on store. That's actually what I did. I went to Macy's. It was winter. I sprayed it and I liked it. So then I went back home and I bought it on a discounter. So that was a good decision from me. I don't recommend blind buying anything extremely strong like this one. So just be careful. Another cologne that is a pretty safe blind buy is the Detour Noir. So for those of you who do know, this is a clone of Layton, and for those of you who don't know, this is a clone of a $300 plus amazing niche fragrance, one of the most hyped, one of the most popular, one of the most loved niche fragrances. And it's because it has such a mass appealing smell, like everyone's gonna love it. You know, when they make a toothbrush commercial and they say that 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this, that's basically the same thing, but for fragrances. 9 out of 10 people are gonna recommend Layton, and this is a clone of that sexy DNA which everyone loves, but only for 30 bucks. So to put that into perspective, you're gonna get such a mass appealing, loved smell for 30 bucks. Like there's zero risk in this. You're going to waste very little money to get a highly loved fragrance. Like, it's such a safe blind buy. If you don't like it, just give it away to someone like for Christmas or something, and they're probably gonna love it, because you're probably that 1 out of 10 that doesn't like this cologne, you know. So Detour Noir, a safe blind buy. So talking about niche colognes, let's talk about one that I did blind buy and I didn't like. It is Bleecker Street by Bond Number 9. That's why I say don't blind buy colognes, but especially don't blind buy niche fragrances, which I don't follow my own advice because I just blind bought another $200 fragrance. It's coming tomorrow, and hopefully I can make a review about it. But just don't waste your money like me, bro. Don't blind buy a cologne if it's like over $100. Honestly, it's not worth it. It's not worth the hype. Most people recommend niche fragrances too much. They hype them up too much, and they end up being a disappointment, because for some reason people hate designers and they recommend niche above all, when sometimes that niche is pretty shit. So in my opinion, Bleecker Street was not worth the blind buy, and I wasted my money. So thank you whoever recommended that. So I know I said don't blind buy a cologne over $100, but this one would be my exception. It would be Le Parfum, which usually goes around $110. Rarely on discount, rarely on discounters. So there's a reason why Jean Paul Gaultier is so big on TikTok, and for a lot of people, Le Parfum is their best Jean Paul Gaultier, including me. I think this is the best one. I feel like you can't go wrong with this one, but you can always be that 1% that doesn't like it. So just give it away to like your high school cousin or something, your high school nephew, because he probably loves Jean Paul Gaultier, bro. He's watching Jean Paul Gaultier TikToks. But solely for the smell and ignoring the price, I feel like this is worth it. Like every penny, bro. I can pay twice for this shit. I love this one so much. So just having talked about good spices in Jean Paul Gaultier, let's talk about bad spices in Moschino's Toy Boy. This gotta be one of the worst colognes I've ever smelled. Such a mess of spices, and it's supposed to be florals. It's supposed to have like some petals, some roses and shit. Not safe at all. It is one of the most divisive and polarizing scents there is, especially for being a designer fragrance, which is supposed to be mass appealing. This is more of a niche, weird type of cologne that focuses on some weird notes and some weird scents. It just doesn't smell good, bro. It smells like tamarindo. It smells like spice. It smells like dirty fruits. It's not good at all. So if you're gonna buy a gift for someone this holiday season and you might be persuaded by the little bear, the little bear bottle, don't let it fool you, bro. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Go smell it if you want on stores, but I don't recommend it at all. This next one's a safe blind buy if you're like above 16, 17. If you don't want to smell youthful, you want to smell masculine and grown up and mature, get Born in Roma Coral Fantasy by Valentino. This one's a really masculine smell because of the tobacco note that it has in here. I don't smoke. I don't usually like the tobacco scent, but when it comes to fragrances, it is a pretty good note, especially when it is toned down with a little bit of sweetness, like for example the red apple in this. It makes it a little fruity, a little sweet, but still has a masculine dark edge to it. So when it is sweet but dark, I feel like that's a good combination, a good mixture, and a good blend, especially when it is done right, like Valentino did it right here. I'd say you can't really go wrong with a Valentino. I didn't really like the Yellow Dream, but Green Extravaganza, Born in Roma Intense, Coral Fantasy, they're all pretty safe blind buys. There's a reason why they're so popular right now. Now let's talk about a dark masculine cologne that is not so safe. This is Dior Own Sport. When I say it's not safe, I don't really mean that I don't like it. For example, I don't like the Moschino Toy Boy, right? But this one, I do love so much. I'm just saying it might be a little polarizing. I managed to be the lucky one that does like this scent, but there might be some other people that don't like it because sport makes you think that it is a fresh, aquatic, maybe like sporty fragrance, right? For the gym, for your son who plays football, right? So you might buy it for your son who is in 8th grade, who plays soccer all the time. When I first sprayed it on, I got a little bit of a dark chocolate note, which it's not here, bro. It's not, this is not a note in the cologne, but that's what I got because it was just so intense and so strong and dark. I just feel like this one's a little more intense than the Valentino, and it is a little less sweet too. So the sweetness in Valentino, I feel like makes it more mass appealing, and this one's a little bit more polarizing. So, and it is a little more expensive too. I feel like the whole Dior Homme line is not a safe blind buy at all. Just stay away and go test it out in stores. Finally, let's talk about the TikTok shop. The TikTok shop is so controversial. Some people hate it, some people love it because they get amazing deals, and some people hate it because the TikToker gets commission when you buy a cologne, right? So you can go either way. It's a gamble, basically. It's a 50-50. Safe blind buy that I made, it was a risky one because it was pretty expensive for the TikTok shop. It was like 45. It's La Taffa Cambra. And a risky blind buy that I made, which was less risky because it was only 15, 18, 20 bucks, and it turned out to be horrible, is La Taffa Quad Alpha Sans. So this one was more expensive, but it is such a safe DNA. It is warm, it is cinnamon, it is vanilla, it is for the fall and winter. And this one is just not a good DNA, bro. I just don't know what to say. It's rotten pineapple. It is supposed to be citrusy, but it is so strong, so intoxicating. and it blinds my nose. It like gives me a headache, you know. If you want to buy La Tanfacambra, go for it. It is a clone of Angel Share. So again, you're cloning a $200-$300 cologne, but for only 40 bucks. And it is such a mass appealing DNA. So you can't really go wrong with one of these, right? And this one, just don't buy it, bro. It's horrible. But that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like, subscribe, and follow my TikTok too, because I do be posting there. Thank you for watching. Just smell better.